are professionals at their sport, and you can definitely see in these kind of conditions it pays off. I can see Fisher here coming out on yet another wave. Let's see what he's got for us. Edging out, keeping to that power section. Little bottom turn, nice little spray off the top. Let's see. This is that flat section of Punta Preta. Just watch out for that board. Obviously didn't like what he saw. It's, you know, the board dragging behind you by the leash, sometimes that can end in tears. It's always, I don't know how I managed to do it. I always managed to get it in the back of their head, but hey, you know, that's why these guys are world champions and on tour. They're used to it. So good to see them getting past. There you go, some more energy out the back. It's huge. I can just, Matthew is being very patient. He knows this break. He knows he has to wait. Looks like Fisher turned around on the way backside. There you go, showing a little bit of versatility. Obviously you can see it's not his better side. Couldn't quite keep it together. I can see at the right hand side of my booth that hopefully our cameraman will be looking. You can see Matthew Lopez with the duotone Neo out the back, coming in on a bomb. Not quite liking what is to see. Some of these bigger waves, you can see they just close out a little bit. The sections aren't as easy to get past, so timing and selection is crucial. Looks like Matthews decided to go on the one in the back, turned on that wave. There you go. So very nice wave, turning out open, staying more in the power section of the wave. Come on, Matthew, what you got for us? Prove us this is your break. Matthew looks like he's eyeing up that barrel. Nice little air. Does he land back on the wave? There you go. You can see, like you're saying, Matthew, one of the better freestylers out there in the world. So, you know, mixing it up, it's all about being complete. So you can see that wave didn't quite happen, didn't quite get together, but you know, having fun at the end of it. So just doing that little air, keeping the crowd happy. Once again, he has his family, his compadres, he's all of the guys on the beach. Every time a Cape Verde hits the water, they go crazy. I wouldn't want to be the guy on the scoreboard if one of these boys lose, because that could be interesting. Here we have Matthew once again switching it up in the heat. There you go. Let's see. He wants that air. Does he land back on it? No, not quite. Looks like also out the back there we have Fisher with a little bit of a tangle. Doesn't quite get his kite up there. Hopefully I'm going to be able to describe it. Just going to be changing my screen up in a minute, so I'm going to be going off of what I see with my own eyes. So hopefully it's what you guys will be seeing. As you can see, Matthew Lopez front and center. He has been ripping in this heat. He's known for his surf side. Spent a lot of time in Indo this winter. All of us have seen his video, and all of us have been seeing the publicized photos that he's been getting in all of the magazines. So yeah, really very powerful rider. 2017 world champion. I shall say no more. Obviously, wants to be fighting for the title this year. It always goes in between him and Ayrton Cosolino. So yeah, very good way to start on his home break with his best conditions, all of his friends around. So this is why we come to Cape Verde for the first event of the tour. You can see also a different approach here from both of these riders. Fisher, unfortunately, looks like he's had some difficulties with his kite, and I can see the security guys are going to go and give him a help. You know, Vicente and all of his guys, they do an insane job. You know, these boys are out on the water 7 hours, 8 hours until needed. Come in, literally get thrown a sandwich and go back out. You know, it's a team effort, so it's great to have these guys keeping us secure. So just give us give us a few minutes here. We're just going to resolve some stuff here with the screen. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. I can't see the screen. Because the sun's there. And we're back, sorry about that. So yeah, as you can see, Matthew Lopez here, just coming in on yet another wave. That is a solid one. Oh, he's looking for the tube, looking for the barrel, not quite getting it. There you go, come on Matthew, get covered, go for it. Bottom turn, boom, off the top. That's what we're looking for. This is why he's one of the world's best. You can see he's stalling. He's actually switched the backside there, so showing versatility. Getting covered, does he make out? Yes, there you go. Little bit of a cover up. So, you know, started actually like Kelly Slater, started the wave, going front side, then mid wave, switched it up. You remember, I think there was a video out there where you could see Kelly had a beer in the middle of the wave. So yeah, Matthew obviously been watching a lot of the surfing videos and showing his versatility there. You can see Matthew 15.13. Top two waves, a 7.5 and a 7.63. That's actually probably the most consistent here, because Mito had a 8-point ride and I think the 6.9 something, and then Paulino Pereira had 2 high 6s. So you can see the more veteran riders started to come into the competition, and it's about consistency. Let's not forget, you can have a 10-point ride, and if you don't have a second wave, you can still lose. You know, it's about getting that combo situation, getting those 2 scoring waves to get you the scores and go through the heat. 15 wave total, top 2 count. What are the judges looking for? Power, commitment, critical section, style, fluidity. So it's, yeah, really good to see. And it looks like just in the closer moments of the heat, I can see, yeah, there you go, Fisher's back on it and out the back. You can see Matthew Lopez is going to get on a bomb. I think our cameraman is just going to focus on him in a second. Hopefully he'll get him on screen. The last closing seconds of this heat. Let's see if we can get that camera on the Matthew Lopez, please. And Matthew, there you go, coming down. One of the biggest waves of the day. Backside, bottom turn, powering up. Is he going to go for the barrel? Is he? He's looking for no. He's decided to go front side. You make it look so easy, you know. 8 foot face, and he just switches it up like that. Insane riding from Matthew. Unfortunately, not quite being able to perform on that wave, but solid performance. 15 point combo. Just got to be happy about that. That's what he's going to have to do to get through the heats of the competition. You know, the best of the best are out there, and you know this is why we're here in Cape Verde. Bit better, yeah. He's known, Arsenio Diaz. He comes from. Does he make it out of that? Ah, close. Very, very impressive surfing there from the Cape Verdean Alves. Very good way to start the heat. And it looks like I can see Cuncuña on the right-hand side of the screen here. RRD rider, he's just coming in. He's obviously eyeing up a section. Alves just getting past that set. Very good wave there from the beginning of Alves. Let's see. as we were mentioning, there's so many good Cape Verdean riders. I mean, how couldn't there be? You have conditions like this, on average, you're going to be a good surfer. You know, this is the pipeline of our sport. You can just see how these guys are at home at this wave. They know it. They know exactly what's going to happen before it happens, and that's what makes them such a force to be reckoned with. So all of the veterans, talking to a couple of the, you know, the top names, they're like, it doesn't matter if I don't know him. He might be a local that can destroy this wave. So it's anybody's game. And here we have, you know, veteran Elvis Nunes with Peter Ling, very, very powerful surfer against Arsenio Diaz, who is one of the better freestylers out there. So going to be an interesting heat. Coming in front and center, you can see Elvis Nunes once again. Wave selection, there you go, one of the bigger waves. Stalls, looking for it. Oh, he's trying to get that barrel. So bottom turn and off the top, nice and powerful. Laid back hand, getting past that section. This is where, let's see, this is on the inside. It's a little bit more offshore, harder, but getting that second wave as well. And here we have Arsenio Diaz, first wave of the heat, going backside. A lot of oh! You could just see the amount of speed coming down that wave. Small kite, but obviously these waves are super vertical, so it's hard to control that speed to go down. So once again, as I was mentioning before, 15 wave count, top 2 waves count. Just having a little conversation with Danny Jimenez, our head judge, kind of get the inside info on what they're looking for. They obviously are taking into account offshore conditions. It's very hard to get that top turns to get back on the wave, so they are very rewarding the fluidity. They want to try and see the guys not stalling or not being pulled back onto the waves because they have a kite. So that's why you can see the top scorers of the heat so far is Paulino Pereira, Mitu Monteiro and Machu. They are really using the surf side, so it's all about initiating that turn mid-wave, because if you only do it at the top, you're going to get pulled off. So yeah, good little bit of info for there from Danny. Also innovation in this event. Last year we saw Ayrton starting with these air maneuvers coming from like guys of Josh Angulo's, like the windsurfing side where they kind of float with the wave and then land on it again. So obviously they're going to be scoring that, and I've heard there's all of the riders that Ayrton and a couple of the top guys have a few cards up their sleeves, so can't wait to see that. You can see the tides pushing up, so it's obviously it makes sense why the waves are getting bigger and bigger. You know, always known that as the tide pushes and it pushes onto the reef, you can see waves, more power, you know, getting over the reef and getting more of that size. Obviously our race director Juan Antonio has taken that into account, and you know, mid round 2 of this day 1 of Cape Verde event of the GKA World Tour, the waves are pumping. He is the master of organization and planning, so it's great to see. You can see the years of experience there, giving the riders the best condition when they need it, where they need it. So yeah, it's a team effort, and great to see Mother Nature giving us some of her beauty here in Cape Verde. What do you need? It's great to see so many riders here. We have 39 riders from all different nations and 12 women riders. The girls, so impressive. They've been pushing the sport for the last couple of years here on the strapless side. In Brazil, on the freestyle side, amazed me. They were killing it, and they are amped. They are pushing. They want to get out there. They're like, okay, so when are we going out? When are we going out? So I know it looks like after round 3, it looks like we might be changing to the ladies. Juan Antonio is still to confirm that. Look at those sets coming through those sections. There we have Elvis Nunes on the bottom top turn, going bottom to top. Insane. You can see this guy knows this. There you go again. Right in the critical section of the wave, going down. He's going to get some more speed, needs to get past that section. Can he make it? Oh, is he going to look for that barrel? No. Oh, nice nice little rodeo. Does he land it? No, and Arsenio Diaz front and center. We have backside riding, but unfortunately the wave is closed out behind him and couldn't get some turns on that. But you can just see he's happy that there is size and it's fun out there. Elvis having a little bit of a problem with his kite there, just getting on that last wave, just not quite getting past and has his kite down. Hopefully he'll be able to get back onto it in a few seconds. This place is so beautiful to watch. It's literally, I don't know if you guys can appreciate it here on the camera, but we are about 10 foot from the water. I can literally hear the crowd right underneath us. You can see the riders less than 50 meters in front of us. It's almost as if you can touch them on the way. It is the perfect spectator sport and the perfect location. You know, to have this of the first event of the GKA Tour, it's insane. I mean, we're going to have to, this is going to be a very big year, because if we're starting on such a high, we're going to have to keep this up for the whole tour. Great to see having these wave conditions as well, because after this we're going to be going to Dakla, would be the next event for more on the freestyle side. So, you know, this is what we're looking for. We're looking for that complete rider. You're looking for the guy that can surf, the guy can mix it up, the guy that can freestyle. The world champion is the most complete strapless riders. That's what we want. So it's great to see that, you know, on the wave percentage of the tour, we have amazing conditions. Probably some of the best conditions we've had in the history of the GKA. And yeah, it's looking like an awesome start to the year. So here you have in the front of the screen, you have Arsenio Diaz. He is a Cape Verdean riding for RRD. Very impressive freestyler. Named Cuncunya. All of the guys here know him for Cuncunya. Very, very powerful. Has some of the best double fronts I've seen. And you know, at such a young age, he's going to be a force to reckon with. And then you have the powerhouse, Mr. Elvis Nunes. Elvis Nunes comes to a few of the events on tour, but he utmost waves is where he excels. You can just see the power. So you've seen in this heat some of those waves, some of the biggest waves of the event. He just powers through them. He goes bottom turn, solid, sets the line, does not move a millimeter all the way to the top, trying to go back on that vertical axis, hitting it, letting the tail loose. That's what the judges want. That's what we want to see. Mixing it up and then combining that with good wave selection and with some of the bigger size waves of the sets. That's what you want. And here you have looking maybe to go on this wave. Is he going to go? No. Seemed like it was a nice little section, but obviously wants to go further out for some of the bigger waves in the set. Elvis, 10.77. There you go. That last wave, 6.17. Would have thought he would have scored a little bit more than that, but obviously judges, you know, it's the verticality. That's what, talking to head judge Danny, that's what they're really screwing. If they do see a guy turning and going up vertical and coming back down same line or even back to the power zone, that really scores high. So sometimes you can see a guy hitting 3 or 4 turns on the wave, but a little bit flatter, not going back, and then you get 2 turns from a rider, solid ones, he's going to score higher. So, you know, this is competition. Riders have to take this into account. It's not a free ride session. It's not what you want to do. It's what you need to show the judges and what they want to see. You know, the progression of the sport. They want to see innovation. They want to see the surfing. They want to see you mix it up and make the most of the conditions at hand. Also, gear selection is a big thing out there right now. You know, obviously kitesurfing is an evolving sport, and the surfing side is, you know, strapless over the last 5 years. It's become a huge part of our sport. You can see how much the gear has developed. You have a lot, obviously here you have a lot of the top riders who develop a lot of the equipment for the top brands, you know, like Me Too for F1, Sebastian Ribeiro works closely with Duotone, Ralph Bolim, Nicola Rivera D. There's a lot of riders here. Reese Myerscourt, we're hugely involved in the development of Ocean Rodeo. You know, it's a huge thing. Boards. you come down to a place like this, you know, Punta Preta, Cape Verde, great holiday destination for any kiter. You have Kite Beach, flat, cross on shore, great fun, and then you have the best right hand out there like Punta Preta. What do you need to bring? Recommendations, talking to a few of the riders, you want to be bringing, for Punta Preta, you want to be bringing narrow boards, wave boards, down the line. This is a down the line cross offshore wave. You can see, like, look at Elvis Nunes. He has a very straight rocker, powerful board there, getting a beautiful cover up, just stalling. I love this guy's style. You can just see he's playing with the wave. He's waiting for it. He's reading it. He's, you know, writing his history on it. It's great to see. You just off the top. There you go. Powerful. This is going to be a powerful turn. Yeah, there you go. Laid back. Nice style. Using it all, maximizing what he can get out of it. That's going to be a good score for him. That's, you know, like I was saying, you can see his board narrow, very pointy, hard edges. It allows him to keep that speed and hold that edge under speed, because these waves, they are so fast. You see, if you're going to like a cross on shore location, you're going to want more of a wider board, you know, like a little bit wider, so you can get through those cross flat sections of the wave. So gear choice is super important. Another thing that a lot of us don't take into account is fins. It amazes me how much of a good set of fins, or the right fins for you, can help, especially in the waves. I think a lot of the riders, we don't, you know, or a lot of the average users, we don't use the importance of it, and it has to, you know, you have to take it into account. It depends on your weight. You know, if you're a heavy guy, you're going to be needing a 5-inch or 5.5-inch fin. If not, you're going to be spinning out. You know, take the time to test a few things. You know, a lot of the shops will allow you to test gear and can recommend what to use. You know, if you come to one of our events, all of the riders are super approachable. Comment to us on the live stream or on some of the posts that we do. Questions that you have, you know, you have the best of the best gear available to help you, and you know, gear tuning makes so much difference. So coming up next, we have Gianmarcos Rivera with heat number 13A, and he will be going up against Sanza. So Gianmarcos Rivera from República Dominicana. He rides for Spain, lives in Tarifa, so from my hometown. He's been out here a few days. One of the best freestylers out there, has one of the nicest inverted front rolls. Goes super high, puts the board against the wind, keeps it there forever, and then the last minute just spins it down. Super stylish rider, and one of the most charismatic guys out there. Recently going to be opening his own shop in Tarifa, Kite and More. Make sure you next time you're in Tarifa, go and check it out. He's got, you know, he's going to be having all the iron and duotone gear. Great to see him taking the adventure into the shop world, and we definitely can recommend you on a lot of the gear. So that's the start of the heat. It looks like Sansa isn't quite in the water yet. Just obviously, again, competition, you know, experience. There you go, Gianmarcos coming, first wave of his heat number 9A against Sansa. Oh, getting munched. Yeah, you can see some of these bigger sets, they have a hard time of opening up at the beginning. Then they kind of, as they come down to the inside section, get a little bit cleaner. You kind of got that one-hit wonder at the beginning, then you have to get past that flat section, come down to the reef, and then you have 3 or 4 more options to hit the wave. So on the Ocean Rodeo Kite will be Sansa, and then we have Gianmarco Rivera on the duotone Neo. So front and center, just on the left hand side of your screen, you can see Sansa. Nice little wave. Let's see what he's got for us. Bottom turn off the middle. Yeah, very nice top turn. Still keeping it a little bit flat. We want to see a bit more vertical. But hey, it's the opener. It's the first wave of the heat. He's just getting used to it. Yeah, solid. A couple of 2 or 3 turns in there. That's going to be a good scorer. So yeah, good to get some numbers on the board. And here you have Gianmarcos Rivera, just, you know, keeping it cruising, keeping it cool, finding his feet. Looks like I can see a good set coming on the right hand side. I think he's seen it as well, so he's obviously going to edge his way out to that and see if he can grab one of those waves. Oh, look at that. That is just beautiful. Look at that. I've said it 1,000 times and I'll say it 1,000 more. I cannot believe day one, GKA Kite-Surf World Cup in Cape Verde, and we have these conditions. This is a dream come true. Coming in, Jan Marcos Riveras from República Dominicana. Bottom turning on the wave, nice off the top. Needs to keep that kite a little bit low so he can get back on. Hard conditions out there, the offshore wind isn't easy. That's better, nice. Letting that tail loose, getting that section. And another, yeah, there you go. 3 turns, really good there from Jan Marcos, and just losing him out of my screen here. But that's going to be a good opening score for him. After this heat, in heat number 13B, we have the fight for the Italian Mafia. You have Italian champion Sandro Piso and Italian running up Tony Silly. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting heat in between these two after the heat hit between Jan Marcos and Sansa. So we were lucky enough to have Jan Marcos here on an interview not so long ago. One of the things, you know, going around the competition at the moment is that how many local riders are killing it. You know, it might be a name that we've never heard before, but suddenly absolutely rips. So, you know, any heat can be a final. That's the go-in statement here on the tour right now. And you can see, there you go in the back, you can see some energy and some movement. Let's see what they make of it. Sansa's seen it. Is he going to turn around on this? Yeah, he is. He has seen that wave. He is definitely going to try and grab it. Let's see what he can do. Looks like he's having the wind is not as strong as it used to be. And Jan Marcos there on the right-hand side. Oh! Flying into oblivion, getting munched. Yeah, the bigger waves, there's a little bit more on the inside section. It's that middle part that they have to get part there, having a hard time. But yeah, Jan Marco, he's hungry. He wants this. He went out earlier last year, similar to Paulino Pereira, and talking to him, he's like, "Papi, esto es mío, a darle duro." So just over 8 minutes left in this heat. We've already seen the sets are getting closer and closer. So it's great. You know, most heats we're having a solid 3 to 4 sets, which is really good to see. And I could watch sets in this place all day long. So on the outside we have Luke there on the Ocean Rodeo. I apologize, I got that name wrong. I'm very sorry, Luke. So yeah, he's got a couple waves on the inside riding there with the Ocean Rodeo. Impressive riding, but yeah, just not quite getting some of those sets. You can see, interesting to see how the riders, how they position themselves. The left-hand side, aiming for more of those inside waves is Luke, and then you have Jan Marcos a little bit further out on the right, kind of putting all of his bets on those bigger sets. Different approaches. You know, we will see which one prevails, but yeah, obviously at the moment leading will be Jan Marcos, and Luke Miller just having to get a couple of those set waves. You can see some energy there at the back. Let's see, Jan Marcos looks like he's looking over his shoulder. Yeah, it's definitely a set coming in. Yeah, another set. It's really interesting to see how the different styles of the riders and riding in waves like this, it's, you know, in the end it's individuality. It is that X factor. It's you showing how you want to perform for the judges and what you can prove you can do. And you can see out the back there, Millard is on a huge bomb, and it looks like past the back there I can see Jan Marcos also edging out to try and hit something. Let's see who gets the wave. Oh, look at the size. Mr. Cameraman, can we get some on Jan Marcos, please? Jan Marcos, there you go. Yeah, stalling on that wave, trying to get in. He just got past it, the speed. Yeah, unfortunately can't make it. Some of these bigger waves, you're just training all the way down the face. It's, you know, picking some of the, maybe not the biggest ones of the set seems to be the go thing at the moment, because those are the ones that are a little bit easier to ride, you know, peak up a little bit easier, and they can get those higher scores. Sometimes the big waves, yeah, you can get 1-2 turns top, but you don't get much more than that. See an ocean rodeo there, just riding into the sun. I mean, the color of the water here also is beautiful. Talking to some of the photographers and the video guys, it's just, you know, picture perfect. Blue water, beautiful waves, best of the best on the water. First event of the tour. Bob's your uncle. We can't ask for much more. So we're also going to start to get a few more of the riders to do some interviews and get them involved here in the live streaming. It's also really good to see their insights and how they think, you know, talking to a few of them like Katarina also and Kiko Roy, you know, each of them have a strategy. There's some riders, you know, let's say like Ayrton Cosolino, who's more instinct, is more, you know, more fire. They just, it's go for it, power. You know he's going to go 120% and it can either go his way or not. But then you have a little bit more calculated riders, you know, like the likes of Kiaki, Mitu, those guys that you can really see them have the full-on strategy and stick to it. And here you have Jean-Marcos Rivera on one of the bigger waves of the set note. Sorry, that's not Jean-Marcos, that is Luke. I apologize for these mistakes, guys. I have the sun right in my eyes, it's hard to see. But yeah, there you go, Luke on a really nice wave. First wave, there you go, solid, really like that, letting that front hand back and powering through. See, Carsten from Spain is watching Jean-Marcos, one of the bigger followers of Jean-Marcos. Big shout out to you, Carsten. You know, thanks for all the support. It's great to see you guys tuning in to watch all of the events. You know, this is what live streaming is about. It's great to see, you know, be able to see your family, your friends out there. Here you go, Jean-Marcos. Oh, you can see. I know with Jean-Marcos, as soon as you start seeing his teeth, he's hungry. He wants it. Oh no! Ah! Just losing that top edge, getting a bit wobbled by that white water. Obviously he knows it's the closing minutes of the heats, and both of them haven't really had too many waves, but you know, looks like Jean-Marcos has seen the set. Let's see, here we have Millard coming down, Ocean Rodeo. Good, solid size wave. Let's see what he's got for us. There we go, bottom turn off the top, nice. Oh, there you go, that wave's peeling really nicely. Come on, make the most of this. Millard again, top turn. There's that little section where it's not a bit flatter. Oof, I would have kept going on that one and would have made the most of it. But yeah, let's see. So we have Jean-Marcos, solid performance. He has a 7.1 and a 6.17, 13.27, and Millard 7.76. So Jean-Marcos having the upper hand in this. I think it definitely goes down to the commitment and the wave selection, but Millard doing a very good job at. And once again, another set. The sets just keep rolling through. I can see Jean-Marcos eyeing something there on the back, and he looks like he's turned around. Yep, yes, he has. You can see. Let's see what he's got for us. The wave. Oh, there you go. It looks like a nice one. Let's see. It's taking the wave a little bit longer to jack up. It's staying a little flatter at the moment. Obviously, you know, tide is making a big difference, so we have to see what we can do. But yeah, you know, we have race director Juan Antonio has eyes on camp always, and will make the best decisions for the riders. So that's the end of that heat. So that coming up next will be Tony Chili against Sandro Piso, the Italian match-off. The two mafia families going at it. Sandro Piso recently crowned champion of Italy, and Tony Chili second place, so we could be having a second Italian final right here, right now in Cabo Verde. Heat number 13B. Okay guys, we're back. We apologize for the technical difficulties we having with the live stream. You know, let's not forget we are literally in the middle of nowhere, and getting internet connection ready every day, all day is a very hard job. So the guys are doing their best. I know for the last 10 minutes we've been having some buffering problems. Carsten, thanks for letting us know. We're trying to resolve it. We are doing our best, and hopefully we'll have it up and running in full speed ASAP. But right now on the water we have Sandro Piso with the duotone yellow kite and Tony Chili with the RRD kite. Both Italian riders. You can see Tony Chiliberto obviously didn't want to take a photo. So yeah, on the way, front and center, Tony Chili backside. Like I mentioned, number 2 in Italy, and Sandro is number 1. So Italian final. Beers are going to be going on this heat, whoever loses, so it's on. Let's see, backside going, let's see, nice little bottom turn, just keeping it busy. You can see the offshore conditions. As soon as they get down to the bottom left hand side of the competition area, it's very hard for them to stay on the wave, and Sandro Piso looks like he's taking a more patient approach, waiting for those there. Looks like Tony saw a fish or something he wanted, just went nose on his board. So just a little info here. After this heat, we're going to go to a commercial break for 15 minutes. Unfortunately, Camille Delanois has injured himself and will not be able to compete today. So we are going to have a 15-minute commercial break after this heat, and then we will go straight into heat number 14B between Francesco Capuzzo from Italy and David Marin for Spain. And here we have on the wave, looks like Tony Chili is eyeing up a little section here. Let's see how he can do. Coming down the wave, number 2 from Italy. At the moment, the most busy ride out there. Nice little top turn there, coming down, good speed. Let's see. We do want to see the guys going a little bit more vertical. It's about getting that past that 90-degree angle. Still, 3 turns, good size. Also backside, Sandro Piso, so good to see him back on tour. He's been injured for quite a while, and he had some rib and back problem, hasn't been able to be there. Nice low style there. I really love how he pushes out that tail on the top. Opens the hip, boom. How he made it out of that one is impressive. You can just see the flexibility and saving himself in that situation. So good wave there from Sandro. Probably in the 3 point something 4 area, and Tony Chili something the same. Let's see how the judges see that. They are going down the line a little bit too straight. You know, we want to see the verticality, we want commitment, we want to see it. Okay, again, here we have front and center. Tony Chili is switching to backside, going down. This is a nice wave, opening up nicely. Sometimes these inshore waves are easier. You know, snapping the tail a little bit there on the flatter section of the wave. Not what the judges are going to be scoring. That's a little bit bigger than that. Unfortunately, you know, these guys, sometimes it's better to be a bit more patient. Go further out, find the bump. The bump will turn into a wave, and the wave is a playground. So let's make the most of it. So coming into the booth, I have Camille Delanois from France, or local boy from Brazil. Camille, welcome.
Hi Joe, welcome.
How are you feeling? I just had some bad news. I've been told you hurt yourself and
Yeah,
you're not gonna compete.
So I hurt my back like 2 days ago, and I thought like until the very last moment that I could compete, but I just tried to put my kite in the air like 20 minutes ago and just pressing my back like right at the wrong spot. So I prefer not to go underwater, and the conditions are kind of big and stuff, so I don't feel really confident to go out there right now with my back. So I'm just gonna stay on the shore for the moment, rest, take some pills, do a lot of massage, and hopefully I'll be able to make it for the double elimination.
Yeah, for sure. Sometimes hard decisions, but you know, obviously the good thing about the double elimination format is going to give you a couple more days. Hopefully you can rest the back up, and we'll see you up on the water. But yeah, obviously, you know, coming off of Brazil, you absolutely killed it. Second position. Congratulations once again for
Thanks.
That impressive result. And what do you think of Cape Verde? What do you think about the riding here?
Well, it's pretty sick. It's a super technical wave, you know, because the wind is really offshore, and today it kind of closed out in some section. But yeah, the riders are just ripping out there, and we can really see that the local know this wave like just perfectly, and they know where it's gonna barrel, when they can throw airs, and yeah, I'm kind of excited to see how some guys like Ailton or Me Too are gonna send it out there, and yeah, they rip.
Yeah, Me Too actually taking the top score so far of an 8.03. But the guys that really impressed me is Titi Lopez. He kicked out Pedro in the beginning of the round. So like you say, the locals, they know this is their playground. It's definitely an advantage. I mean, we saw it with you in Preá. That was your beach and you killed it. So obviously local knowledge is an important factor.
Yeah, exactly. Since I was home, like when I watched the hit of Tik Tik, and he was just ripping and just throwing turns at just the perfect place, and you can feel that he really knows the wave like perfectly. And yeah, it always helps to be a local of the stops. Yeah.
But extra, I think we had a word with you in Brazil. Positive pressure. You have all your family, your town, your friends on the beach. It's good. It amps you. But there must be an aspect of, oh, what am I going to do in front of all of these? How did you deal with that in Brazil?
So yeah, I think you have like an extra pressure because you are home, you know, because you have like everyone here, and kiteboarding is like so important in Cabo Verde, it's the same in Brazil. So you have like an extra pressure, and you just have to turn this extra pressure in like a positive thing. And if you can do it, if you're able to do it, then you're just good, you know, and it helps you to go through the hits and to send it.
Yeah, it's channel the energy and take it
exactly.
positively.
Yeah.
So on screen now we have the heat between Tony Chiliberto and Sandro. Great to see Sandro back.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he was out of the tour for like a year almost, and it's because of some back problem, and it's pretty cool to see him again on tour. And I'm glad he made it back, because he's one of the young and super talented rider out there. So it's cool to have these kind of people on the tour. It feels fresh.
Yeah, and also both of them, Sandro, Italian champion, Tony Chili, number 2. This is a final. We have a final on the wall.
Yeah. Well, I know they were competing for the Italian title, like quite close, both of them. So it's pretty funny to see them on the water right now. So we have Sandro now dropping on the wave, riding backside. Nice. Wow, throwing some nice turns. Super technical to ride backside here with the offshore wind.
There you go.
Yeah, nice.
He's feeling it. Oh,
yeah.
Sets.
Fuck, massive set coming behind. Nice wave from Sandro.
It's great to see cool. Sandro back. You know, he, like you're saying, riding backside at this place must be so technical. It's like it's how it impresses me so much of Machu. Obviously, again,
Yeah.
cool, he lives here, but to be able to get back onto the wave, going backside isn't easy. You can just see Sandro getting eaten on the left-hand side of the screen.
So yeah, the wave, like the wind is so offshore on this wave, especially today, and you know, like offshore wind, big wave. It's pretty hard to like be able to go.
We just almost lost Camille on the backside.
So yeah, it's pretty hard to go like further from the wave to be able to make the bottom turn. But yeah, you can really feel that the local people here know how to do it.
Yeah, it's definitely. And one of the things that always impresses me about Cape Verde is the vibe. There's energy. You can feel there's vibe. There's clickiness on the beach. They live it. La Grella. They
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, everyone is like so motivated on the beach, you know. And I think like you have like all of the Mitu's family, Ailton's family, Matthew's family on the beach greeting, and I don't know, they're just pulling some good vibes, and it's pretty cool to see this. And like you really feel that you have like the whole island, the whole village behind them, and this is pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's really cool. We were actually really lucky. Last year we went to visit, if you remember, we went to visit one of the schools.
Yeah.
And there are a load of kids, thanks to guys like Mitu and Joe, that will teach underprivileged kids to kite. So they go have a couple of days at the school, get involved in the sport, because you know, in the end, sport is a good road for children. It gets them out of trouble, gives them a direction, and with conditions like this and having role models like Ayrton and Mitu, they know they can make a career out of it.
Yeah, exactly. I think that you have like a lot of people in Cabo Verde, like the young people that are just living at the perfect place to be able to kite and to shred in the strapless discipline. So they just need a little push, you know, maybe a bit of equipment, and then just someone that tells them that it's possible, you know. And I think they have like a really good role model with Mitu, because that's exactly what he did. So they just have to follow the path of Mitu, and I think we're gonna see a lot of young shredders in the next year coming from Cabo Verde. I'm sure about this.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, the amount of young talent is insane, and obviously, like you say, the role models. Mitu.
Yeah, exactly.
He helps on and off the water, so it's great to see so many guys coming out of this place. And you know, first event of the year, Camille. How good is this? I mean, obviously, with your injury, you're not being able to enjoy it yet. I'm sure, knowing you, double elimination, you will kill it.
Yeah, hopefully.
It's great to start like this, huh?
Yeah. Well, it's a super nice event. You know, we're on one of the best waves of the world, and well, the conditions are firing, which is not always possible with these waves. So this is pretty cool.
So looking on the screen now, you can see the guy's not catching too many high-scoring waves, which is what we've always been saying. Until the buzzer, it's not over. So Sandro Piso just taking the lead there. He's actually, that second wave he's had is a 4.16. Most of the waves they've been grabbing have been 2 point. So yeah, Sandro taking the lead from Chiliberto. So at the moment it looks like we might still have the Italian champion.
Yeah,
I think final.
I think it's gonna be like a good comeback for Sandro, because he's now in the front. But you know, it's wave riding, so you never know what can happen. Like a massive set coming at the end, and Tony Chili could take like a bomb, you know. So yeah, until the buzzer is not on, everything can happen.
Not over into it. So
yeah, exactly.
Also, watching some of the riding last year, I don't know if you remember Paulino Pereira. He got kicked out early.
Yeah, I remember.
Talking to him before, he's hungry, and watching him on the water, I think he's one of the most impressive guys out there. Missed a couple of the stops on tour, hasn't been in the top positions like he usually has, but definitely seems like he's got his stuff back together and is ready to kill.
Yeah, exactly. I think in Brazil and Australia he was maybe, I don't know, maybe more into work, or I don't know, something like that, but I've just watched it and he's ripping. He did like some crazy barrel and like huge turns, like hitting right in the pocket of the wave, like taking all the bombs, and I think he had, for my opinion, one of the best hits of the day was his hit.
I agree. It's great to see him back. He seems like he's in full form. And
yeah.
Paulino waves full form. That's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's just tripping out there, having fun, you know. And I've talked with him on the beach not so long ago, and he seems really motivated. So it's pretty cool to see it.
Good to see. And here, just on the buzzer, we have both riders, Sandro and Tony, grabbing the last wave. Here we have Sandro maximizing this one. He's just losing it at the end there, but yeah, let's see for the scores to come in, but as of the last minute of the heat, Sandro Pisa was in the lead, and then Tony Chili. So interesting to see, because those two scores have to come in. So yeah, it looks like Sandro Pisa will be taking that heat, still to be confirmed. Just a little info, after this transition period, we're going to be going into commercials. I want to thank Camille for being with us in the booth. I am going to see you in the double elimination. There's no going back.
No, I'm not going to skip this one.
Well. Absolutely. So thank you, Camille.
Thanks to you.
See you soon. Take care. Bye. Cheers.
Completamos 35 anos. Celebre connosco.
Tem mais mega do que Megatron. Gossica tem ninguém pra falar, mas já está bom. Olha vídeo só na qualidade, é bom. Bordado no tinteiro, solta baixa som. Tem swag, tem tanto mega como podia abrir um cyber. Boco cham na WhatsApp, bota o cham na vibe. Supermod, pode, não se pode swag, supermod no pode. Mistura palco, swag e repeat, Manda 50 meme e repeat, Hoje é tudo se snap e repeat, Se perguntou, liga net e repeat. É power, poder de juventude não se power. Swag é costume, grita power. E bateria quente luz, corta com power. Power aqui na hora de dormir. Exagera na partilha, supermod, pode. Tudo vídeo, todo dia, supermod, pode. Entrou na fotografia, supermod, pode. E não se pode swag, supermod no pode.
Reativa os teus pacotes PST e acumula os teus megas para gastares como quiseres. Exagera nas tuas partilhas, porque tu podes.
Completamos 35 anos. Celebre connosco.
Tem mais mega do que Megatron. Gosto tem ninguém pra falar, mas já está bom. Olha vídeo só na qualidade, é bom. Bordado no inteiro, só tá baixa som. Tem swag, tem tanto mega como podia abrir um cyber. Boco chama na WhatsApp, bota o chama na vibe.
Super mod do pod, não sei qual swag, super mod no pod. Mistura palco, swag e repeat. Manda 50 meme e repeat. Hoje é tudo se snap e repeat. Se perguntou, liga net e repeat. É power, poder de juventude não sei power. Swag é costume, grita power. E bateria que te luta com power. Power aqui na hora de dormir.
Exagera na partilha.
Super mod do pod,
tudo vídeo, tudo dia.
super mod do pod.
Entro na fotografia.
Super mod do pod, e não sei qual swag, super mod no pod.
Reativa os teus pacotes PST e acumula os teus megas para gastares como quiseres. Exagera nas tuas partilhas, porque tu podes.
Completamos 35 anos. Celebre connosco.
Tem mais mega do que Megatron. Consiga ter ninguém pra falar, mas já está bom. Olha a vida, só na qualidade, já bom. Bordado no tinteiro, só tá baixa som. Tem swag, tem tanto mega como podia abrir um cyber. Boca o cham na WhatsApp, bota o cham na vibe.
Super mod, pode. Não se pode swag, super mod no pode. Mistura palco, swag e repeat. Manda 50 meme e repeat. Hoje é tudo se snap e repeat. Se perguntou, liga net e repeat. É power. Poder de juventude não se power. Swag é costume e grita power. E bateria quente luz, corta com power. Power aqui na hora de dormir.
Exagera na partilha.
Super mod, pode.
Tudo vídeo, todo dia.
Super mod, pode.
Entrou na fotografia.
Super mod, pode. E não se pode swag, super mod não pode.
Reativa os teus pacotes PST e acumula os teus megas para gastares como quiseres. Exagera nas tuas partilhas, porque tu podes.